Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Apurva here. I'm here to represent the Young Innovators Educational Services Private Limited. So, hello everybody. I hope all of you are back to your academics and enjoying it, right, online. So here I'm here to actually talk about few interesting courses, which is a little bit different from our regular courses, whatever you're learning about science, social, math. It's slightly different, and it is something to do with the fun, loving, and learning, right? So it's all about learning, having fun and learning something new, right? All of us have some or the other kind of hobbies. We are passionate about something or the other, right? So we are here to teach about 3 different courses. That is like aero modeling, four aero modeling, astronomy, electronics, and robotics. Most of us should have heard about it somewhere or the other. So I'm here. I will be briefing about. I'll be briefing about what these courses are. Before that, I would like to say what we as young innovators are at various educational institutions. So we actually provide customized curriculums and to schools and colleges to the students of say from grade 5 and above, right? So what we do is we actually have an indirect way of teaching, or we use the indirect method of teaching where we don't do the usual chalkboard method, but we do the teaching with the hands-on experiments, or we can say hands-on making models or hands-on experiments, something to do with the hands-on learning. So we create our learning, or we make our learnings fun and knowledgeable as you do and work on the experiments or work on building the models. So let me just quickly brief about what our courses are, and one by one. So firstly, I will be talking about aero modeling. So when I say aero modeling, what comes to your mind first, right? Aero modeling. Aero modeling means something to do with the models, and yes, of course, something to do with the planes. And when I say planes, what comes to your mind first? You want to board a flight and travel somewhere. You must have seen the clouds from the window of the plane, something like that. So planes have been always fascinating to us, right, from our childhood, isn't it? We always see the planes and we say bye to them and all that. And when we board the plane, at least for the first time, we always have that excitement. Okay, we are in a plane and we are flying. So planes have been fantastic. Planes have been exciting to us, isn't it? So now here in this course, what we're going to do is we're not going to talk about how you're going to fly, but we will be learning about how to fly a plane, and we'll be learning about different plane structures and how we actually build it. So you all have been, must have been in a plane, or you must have seen a plane. But have you ever thought of what goes into making a plane? Right? Have you ever thought of it? How the planes are being made? What are the structures inside it? Why do they have that kind of a shape, the pointed kind of a shape? How do the wing structures appear? Right? Definitely, we don't have a chance to cut open a plane and then see it. But in the aero modeling course, you can actually learn about what goes into making a plane. Why do we have different types of planes, and what is actually inside the structure of the plane? Right? So what do we have inside the plane? What is the structure of the plane? And types of planes, when I say, we must have heard about jet planes, we might have heard about fire planes, the sea planes, the passenger flights, but all planes look different, right? And also all planes have their, especially fighter planes and those things, they come with the beautiful structures. They have too many things on it, right? But why do they need all that? The plane has to just fly. They just need that pointed shape, as that's what we all have learned. But why do they have so many structures on the plane, right? But the purpose of every plane is different based on its structure. Okay. So in this class or in this course, we will be learning about all these things, like even the flight principles. Firstly, we'll be learning about different flight principles. We'll be learning about the forces acting on the plane, like what happen, the 4 forces: weight, thrust, and gravity. How these forces act on the plane, and what happens if one wins over the other, like that. And we'll be learning about the aerodynamics involved in flying of the plane. And did you ever know that everything that goes into making of a wing decides the flying of the plane? We didn't know that, right? But yes, you will be learning it in your aero modeling classes. And of course, once you build the plane, it's not going to be just a static model where you just keep it and you just enjoy seeing the model, but we will be flying the plane for real. Yes, all the planes that you'll be building during this course are going to fly in real. They are flying planes, right? So now I'll brief about what are the 2 different models that you will be doing it. So here I'm showing you a plane structure. Okay, sorry, this is a plane. I'll just show it a bit closer so that you can have a look at it. I just want to go to the video. Which one? Yeah. So this is a plane, right? So you look here, there's something on its top. Yeah, it's a usual plane with a pointed, streamlined body, and it has something on top, and here you have some structures. Can anyone guess what plane is this? Anybody who's been interested in planes? Can anyone guess what plane is this? I would like to see the names of the plane in the comment box so that I can know that somebody knows about this plane, right? So this is one of the model that we will be doing in our course. I will not be saying what is the name of it, but we will be doing this model, and this is a static model. The first try that you're going to give in learning these planes is about making a static model and understanding what exactly all these structures mean on the plane. And yeah, before you make a plane, you know what goes into it? You have to draw the plane. Just like how we construct a building, you have to draw the plan, you have to have the plan. We will also be making a plan. We will have a blueprint as to how the plane structure should look, and then it goes for cutting, and then you get it cut, and then you actually place it, and you understand about each part, and then you work on building this model. Can I see the names of this plane? Anyone? Any guesses? I'm sure nowadays we have too much of, at least little info about what different kinds of planes are. So this is a static model. So once you build this, you will be knowing about what are all the structures and their purposes on the plane, and even the types of plane. The second model what we are going to do is this one. So you look here, this is actually the wing structure of a plane. And yes, this is how the wing structures of even the real planes would be, but then they would be covered with some thick sheets, and we don't get to see what's inside. But actually inside the wings, we do have such structures inside a plane. So here you see, this is the plane shape. You can see here the fuselage. Okay, it's about 150 centimeter plane. Right? The length or the dimension of this plane is 150 centimeter. It has a fuselage here, and then you have this wing structure. So when I say wing structure, the length of this wing is about 150 centimeter. Right? We are not able to see it completely, but I am just trying to show you like this. Now, one is it's 150 centimeter, it's very huge, and second thing is, interesting thing of the plane is the structures. Can you see here the placing between every structure inside the plane? And it matters a lot. You see here the spacing is different, and here the spacing is different. And what do these structures do? They actually decide as to how the plane should fly. Okay, so that is the interesting part of learning about the structures of the plane. And this, how does it fly, ma'am? You see here it does not have any engine, neither it's powered by anything else, just has a rubber band which holds it to the fuselage. But how does it fly? I did mention that we are going to build real planes. This is a glider plane. So you just hold it this way. Right now I cannot do it, and it has to be balanced also. You first check for its balance, if it's balanced well, if it's made well, and then we just chuck it, right? So this plane is actually called as a chuck glider, and it's about 150 centimeter. And when you chuck glide it, it glides in the air. If you want to know how it flies, you can actually check one of our videos on the YouTube channel, right? So it glides, and it's a glider. And once you complete this course and make the model, you will have a chance to choose the next level of aero modeling, wherein we will be learning more about the advanced physics behind the planes, and we will be building the control line models or motorized planes to say. So it will have motors fixed, and you will be running the engines to fly the planes. So that's about aero modeling. The next course is about astronomy. Yeah, and when I say astronomy, it's always about the stars, space, planets, isn't it? So astronomy, yes, it's all about stars, space, and planets inside it. How did we come? What is universe? Big Bang theory, which is the first thing that comes to all of our mind, right? So have you ever wondered, if you have ever tried standing out and looking at the night sky, what did you think of looking at the stars, right? For me, when I look at the stars, I feel like, okay, am I so small in front of them? Maybe there are so many, there are millions of stars. and we're just in one planet, somewhere in the planet, sitting in one place and doing our job, right? So that means the universe is very huge, and we are very, very, very tiny particle like thing in our universe. That makes me feel that the entire study that we've been doing about universe is so fascinating. And sitting here on the earth, we are able to study about the universe just with the help of telescopes. Just the lens and the camera is doing all the job, right? That is very interesting. So if you want to know about how we are here, how we have come into our existence, what is everything beyond the sky, if you want to learn about stars, planets, and learn more about how the sky and the space looks, rather how the universe is, how is our existence here, all of that, then you have to take up this astronomy course. What do we teach in our astronomy course? In our astronomy course, when I say astronomy, yes, of course, many of them think it's going to be a lot of physics, a lot of mathematics, and some may even think it's boring to studying astronomy, right? But we make the course interesting by asking you to perform few experiments on your home, of course, with the celestial bodies like sun, by observing the sun and calculating its size, by calculating the time. We all know that the time and the calendars that we actually have today has come because of the people, ancient people, because they've done a lot of observations for many years. They're able to predict when the next eclipse will be, they're able to predict the position of the moon, position of the sun, all of these things beautifully without the experiment, without any instruments, they could do it, right? So everything that we are using today, or something that's helping us to follow our daily course, is because of observing the celestial objects. So in our course, that will be our prime focus, to know about the importance of celestial objects around us and how we can learn about the dimensions or study about them just by sitting here on the earth without any big instruments or the tools, right? So what we are going to do is, firstly you will be learning about the ancient methodologies used in astronomy. We will be learning about the sun, the layers of the sun, and we will do few experiments on the sun. So an example here, this is a sundial model, which you will be getting it if you join the course. So sundial model is nothing but, as I say, sundial, it usually measures the time, isn't it? It's about measuring the time. So measuring the time using the sun's shadow. It's very interesting because it varies from one latitude to another latitude, and you will be learning about it by using this model. Another interesting thing about the sun that we do is, you will get the small solar projector kit. What does this do? It will just flash the sunlight onto any dark region or a wall, and by observing the shape of the sun, we can actually calculate the size of the sun, the diameter of the sun, we can see the shape of the sun. If there are any sunspots or any eclipses, everything can be observed just by using the solar projector. It's a very, very beautiful tool to learn about sun. And along with the solar projector, once you're done with learning about the sun, we will be learning, of course, about stars, because astronomy is all about stars. You will have a planisphere which has all info about our sky. Just like how we have a globe for Earth, which gives all information about our Earth, we have something called a celestial sphere or celestial coordinate. So we have every information on this planisphere, and this will help us to learn about the constellations and stars all throughout your life. It can be used throughout your life, right? And then along with that, we will be getting few infographic posters. Here I'm showing just one here. So this is a poster on inner planets. Can you see it? It's a very well made poster with lot of information, almost every information about how the planets are. Similarly, we have many posters like this, which is very informative, right? So we will be receiving few posters, and if things go well, that is if we go offline, since we are online mode now because of the situation, if we go offline, we will have observation sessions right at your place where we all can gather and learn about moon. When I say learn about moon, what we do, we will bring our 12-inch telescopes to your place, when everybody gathers, and we will observe the surface of the moon, right? Surface of the moon looking up close through a 12-inch telescope. It's very, very beautiful. We will not just look at the surface of the moon, we will study or map the surface of the moon, just like we have the globe which maps everything of the earth, the positions, the countries, the continents, like that. We can actually map the surface of the moon. You can name the craters, you can see what is the names of the crater, you can identify a crater, maybe you can discover a crater on the moon, something like that. You can find out the shadow of the craters on the surface of the moon, which you can see through the telescope. We will be teaching you or training you on that. And we may even have a night sky observation if things Again, if everything is well, the situation is not the same, we can have a night sky observation session where we can observe the stars, we can observe galaxies, nebulas, and planets, of course, like Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn with its beautiful rings, right? You can observe all these things through the telescope. In case if it does not go, we may plan to live stream these things to your as a part of your course, right? Again, it all depends on the situation, but astronomy includes all these things. And the next course, coming now to the next course, it's about technical course, right? So when I say technical, can anyone guess what board is this? I can say everything's similar, isn't it? All like silver springs here, something here to just rotate. This is actually an electronic kit, right? Of course, it's not, I mean, it's just like a board. It's an electronic board where you can do about 100 plus circuits, right? This is an electronic course. I'm talking about electronic course now, where we use this, in this course, we will be learning about all the components that is used in electronics, where resistors, the transistors, the capacitors, then the uses of the wires, potentiometer, what is voltage, current, all of these things we will be learning in the electronics course. And you will receive this kit as a part of this course, wherein you can perform 100 plus experiments on this board. Now, 100 plus experiments, even the advanced level you can be learning in this. Why do you need this board? Because it's like you can play with the circuits on this board. You have to just use the components, you have to just fix it, and you have to just do the circuits. So in our electronics course, we will be teaching you about the components, importance of the components, and where it has to be used, why it has to be used, and we will also be teaching you many simple circuits, about 50 plus circuits, and then you can do the rest of the circuits on your own. Again, this kit is yours and you can take it home. And then finally we have something to do is robotics, which is advanced of electronics course. So when I say robotics, we all think about the robots doing our job, isn't it? But did you ever think what goes into building one such robot? It's a complicated one, isn't it? So now to simplify and to understand these robotics thing properly, what we have done is we simplified a course wherein we will be learning about the advanced electronic components like different types of sensors, the Arduino boards, and about programming, the uses of programming, and how to code using the Arduino board. So it has an Arduino board, and we fix it here, we code it, we code the program, and then we put it into it, and we build a model like this. So it's a simple line follower model where it will follow the line that you draw on a particular place. You draw an alphabet A, a number, whatever you draw, it will just follow it using the sensors, and it will work based on that. So this is a line follower model. So now all the models that I showed, everything will belong to you if you join that respective courses. You join astronomy, you get astronomy kit materials, aeromodding, the plane is yours, the electronics course, the board is yours, like that. So any course that you take up, all the kit materials are yours. It will reach up to you through the school. So, and then if you want more information about all these things, you can actually log into our website www.younginnovators.in, and you can also log into our YouTube channel, and you can watch a lot of videos on our products and even on our courses. We have a lot of series and even the classes sessions on it. You can actually go through our sessions too. So I hope you all found it very interesting, right? And you will join. I'm looking forward you all to join any one of these courses, right? And we are very happy to again take this opportunity at Ryan School to present it online. We've been working at Ryan School for many years, and I'm sure your seniors must be knowing about these courses, and even you must be seen us sometime flying the planes and doing working on this sun experiments and all that at your school. So you can even talk to your seniors about it, and I shall look forward for all of you to join one of our courses. Okay, thank you. What happened?